Have you ever experienced that bone-chilling moment when someone sees straight through your carefully crafted story? That instant when your words seem to freeze in mid-air, and you can physically feel the weight of their knowing gaze. If you've ever tried to deceive a Sigma female, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, well, buckle up, because you're about to learn why it's an endeavor that's doomed before it even begins. Picture this: you're sitting across from someone who embodies quiet confidence, someone who doesn't need to dominate the conversation to command respect. That's your Sigma female. She's watching, listening, and processing everything, not just your words, but the entire symphony of nonverbal cues you're unconsciously broadcasting. Today we're going to explore why lying to this particular type of person is not just futile, it's actually counterproductive to your own success and personal growth. The Sigma female's built-in lie detector, a marvel of evolution. Let's dive deep into what makes Sigma females essentially human lie detectors. This isn't about some mystical sixth sense or supernatural ability, it's about years of refined observation skills and an unwavering commitment to understanding human nature. Sigma females have spent countless hours studying people, not because they had to, but because their natural inclination toward independence and self-reliance demanded it. Think about how a master artist can spot a forgery by noticing the smallest inconsistencies in brush strokes, or how a seasoned detective can piece together a case from seemingly unrelated details. That's how a Sigma female processes information about people. They've developed an intricate understanding of human behavior patterns, emotional responses, and the subtle tells that give away deception. When you attempt to lie to a Sigma female, you're not just trying to slip a fake story past them, you're up against years of accumulated knowledge about human nature. They notice everything from the slight tremor in your voice when you're fabricating details to the way your body language shifts when you're trying to cover up the truth. It's like trying to sneak a sunset past an astronomer. They've studied this too long and too well to miss even the slightest deviation from authenticity. The independence factor: why your lies fall flat. Here's where things get really interesting, and where most people fundamentally misunderstand why lying to a Sigma female is pointless. Unlike many other personality types, Sigma females operate from a base of complete emotional and psychological independence. They're not waiting for your approval. They don't need your validation. And most importantly, they're not invested in the social games that often motivate deception in the first place. This independence isn't just about financial self-sufficiency, though that's often part of it. It's about a deeper, more fundamental form of self-reliance. Sigma females have built their lives on their own terms, making decisions based on their own careful analysis rather than social pressure or conventional wisdom. When you lie to them, you're essentially trying to manipulate someone who has no need for the false reality you're trying to create. Think about it this way: if someone has built their entire life on a foundation of self-sufficiency and critical thinking, why would they suddenly abandon that approach just because you're telling them what they want to hear? Your lies don't serve any purpose in their world. They're like trying to sell a submarine to someone who lives in the desert. The analytical mind, a supercomputer of human behavior. The Sigma female's mind is constantly processing information, running scenarios, and analyzing patterns. This isn't just about being smart. It's about having a particular type of intelligence that makes deception nearly impossible to maintain. When you tell a Sigma female a lie, their brain immediately begins cross-referencing your current statement against everything you've ever said before, analyzing the logical consistency of your story against known facts, evaluating your potential motivations for deception, calculating the probability of your statement being true based on past behavior patterns, processing dozens of non-verbal cues you're unconsciously displaying. This analytical process happens automatically and at lightning speed. It's not something they consciously choose to do, it's just how their minds work. They've developed this capability through years of independent observation and analysis, and it's become as natural as breathing. Small lies, big consequences, the ripple effect. Many people make the crucial mistake of thinking that small lies don't matter to a Sigma female. They couldn't be more wrong. In fact, Sigma females often pay special attention to these seemingly insignificant deceptions because they understand something fundamental about human nature. Small lies are often the tip of a much larger iceberg of deception. When you tell a small lie to a Sigma female, you're not just risking being caught in that particular untruth. You're demonstrating a willingness to manipulate reality for your own convenience. And that's something that sets off major alarm bells in their minds. They understand that if you're willing to lie about something small, you're absolutely capable of lying about something significant when the stakes are higher. The emotional intelligence dimension beyond logic and analysis. While Sigma females are often portrayed as purely logical beings, the reality is far more complex. Their emotional intelligence is just as highly developed as their analytical capabilities. They just express and use it differently. This emotional awareness gives them an additional layer of deception detection that makes lying to them even more futile. They understand the emotional motivations that drive people to lie. They can sense the underlying insecurities, fears, and desires that lead someone to choose deception over truth. This emotional intelligence allows them to recognize when someone is lying to protect their own ego, detect when fear is driving deceptive behavior, understand when someone is lying out of a misguided attempt to protect others' feelings, identify when manipulation is being used as a tool for control. The power of self-sufficiency, a foundation of truth. The self-sufficiency of a Sigma female isn't just about being able to take care of themselves, it's about having built a life that doesn't require external validation or support. This independence creates a unique dynamic when it comes to dealing with deception. They simply don't need to accept or tolerate lies in their life. Consider how this plays out in various aspects of their lives. For financial independence, they don't need to rely on others for monetary support, so lies about finances hold no power over them. Emotional self-reliance, they've developed strong internal coping mechanisms, making emotional manipulation through lies ineffective. Social independence, they don't base their self-worth on social acceptance, so lies aimed at social inclusion or exclusion don't affect them. For professional autonomy, they often create their own opportunities, making lies about career advancement or professional threats meaningless. The art of patient observation time as a truth revealer. One of the most fascinating aspects of how Sigma females handle deception is their masterful use of patience. Unlike many who might immediately confront a liar, Sigma females often choose a more strategic approach. They understand that time is one of the most powerful tools in revealing truth, and they're more than willing to use it to their advantage. When a Sigma female suspects you're lying, she doesn't feel pressured to call you out immediately. Instead, she enters a mode of heightened observation, carefully documenting and analyzing every subsequent interaction. This patience serves multiple purposes. Evidence gathering, each interaction becomes an opportunity to collect more information. They notice patterns in your behavior, inconsistencies in your stories, and the subtle ways your lies begin to contradict each other. It's like watching a master detective quietly building a case, except they're doing it with remarkable subtlety. Pattern recognition. Over time, they begin to see not just individual lies, but the overall pattern of deception. They understand that one lie usually requires multiple supporting lies to maintain the original deception. By waiting and watching, they can map out entire networks of dishonesty. Character assessment, perhaps most importantly, this period of observation allows them to evaluate something far more significant than individual lies. They're assessing your character as a whole. They're watching to see how far you'll go to maintain a lie, whether you'll voluntarily come clean, how your deception affects others, whether you show any remorse or self-awareness, if this behavior is habitual or situational. The comprehensive cost analysis, what you really lose. When you lie to a Sigma female, the consequences extend far beyond the immediate situation. The cost is comprehensive and often permanent, affecting multiple aspects of your life in ways you might not initially realize. Let's break down exactly what you're risking. Professional impact. Sigma females often hold positions of influence, whether formal or informal. They tend to be well-connected and respected in their fields. When you lose their trust, you're not just losing one professional connection, you're potentially cutting yourself off from entire networks of opportunities. Their influence often extends far beyond their immediate circle, and their opinion of your character can have ripple effects throughout your industry. Social consequences. The Sigma female's assessment of your character doesn't stay confined to private knowledge. While they're not typically gossips, their observations and judgments tend to be respected by others. When they decide someone is untrustworthy, that evaluation carries weight in their social circles. Other highly perceptive individuals often look to Sigma females as barometers of character, meaning your reputation can be affected in circles you don't even know exist. Personal development stagnation. Perhaps the most significant loss is the opportunity for personal growth and mentorship. Sigma females often serve as informal mentors and guides to those they trust. Their unique perspective and accumulated wisdom can be invaluable for personal and professional development. When you lie to them, you're not just losing their trust, you're losing access to their insights, guidance, and the opportunity to learn from their experience. The strategic value of honesty. Building trust with a Sigma female. Understanding why lying doesn't work is only half the equation. The other half is knowing how to build and maintain trust with a Sigma female. This requires a complete paradigm shift in how you approach communication and relationship building. Radical transparency. Start with the understanding that honesty isn't just about not lying, it's about embracing complete transparency, even when it's uncomfortable. This means admitting when you don't know something, acknowledging your mistakes promptly, being upfront about your limitations, sharing relevant information proactively, expressing your concerns and doubts openly. Emotional authenticity. Sigma females value emotional honesty just as much as factual truth. This means being genuine about your feelings and reactions, your motivations and intentions, your fears and insecurities, your hopes and aspirations, your boundaries and limitations. Professional integrity in professional contexts. Maintaining integrity means delivering on promises consistently, being realistic about timelines and capabilities, admitting when projects face challenges, taking responsibility for mistakes, giving credit where it's due. The recovery protocol. Rebuilding trust after a lie. If you've already made the mistake of lying to a Sigma female, there's a specific approach that might help you rebuild trust. But be warned, this is a long, challenging process with no guaranteed outcome. Immediate and complete confession. The moment you realize your mistake, come clean. This means admitting to the lie without being prompted, providing all relevant details voluntarily, explaining your motivations honestly, acknowledging the potential impact of your actions, not minimizing or making excuses. Accept responsibility and consequences. This stage involves taking full ownership of your actions, not deflecting blame onto circumstances or others, accepting that trust may be permanently damaged, understanding that forgiveness isn't guaranteed, being prepared for increased scrutiny. Demonstrate changed behavior. Actions speak louder than words, especially with Sigma females. Show change through consistent honesty in all interactions. Show proactive communication about potential issues, following through on commitments, accepting additional verification when required, and maintaining transparency even when it's difficult. The impact on personal growth and unexpected benefit. Interestingly, learning why lying to a Sigma female doesn't work can become a catalyst for significant personal growth. The process of understanding and adapting to their high standards for honesty often leads to self-awareness, better understanding of your own motivations, increased emotional intelligence, improved communication skills, greater personal accountability, deeper self-reflection capabilities, professional development, stronger leadership capabilities, better problem-solving skills, advanced conflict resolution abilities, improved decision-making processes, more effective team communication, character evolution, increased personal integrity, stronger ethical framework, better boundary setting, improved relationship skills, enhanced self-confidence through authenticity. Transformative conclusion. The ultimate truth about honesty. The reality about lying to Sigma females isn't just about avoiding detection or maintaining relationships. It's about understanding a fundamental truth about personal and professional success. Sigma females, with their unique combination of analytical ability, emotional intelligence, and unwavering self-sufficiency, serve as mirrors reflecting our own capacity for growth and authenticity. When you choose honesty with a Sigma female, you're not just choosing a communication strategy, you're choosing a path of personal evolution. Their intolerance for deception isn't a burden to navigate, it's an opportunity to elevate your own standards for personal integrity and authentic living. Remember, the goal isn't to learn how to lie better or to find ways around their perceptiveness. The real objective is to become the kind of person who doesn't need to lie in the first place, someone whose actions and words align naturally with truth and integrity. That's the kind of growth that Sigma females inspire, and it's the kind of transformation that can reshape not just individual relationships, but entire life trajectories. As we wrap up this deep dive into truth, deception, and the Sigma female perspective, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Have you encountered someone whose perception seemed almost superhuman? How did it change your approach to honesty? Share your stories in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into personality dynamics and relationship intelligence. Remember, in a world of increasing complexity and interconnection, the ability to maintain authentic relationships with highly perceptive individuals isn't just a social skill, it's a crucial component of personal and professional success. Choose honesty, embrace growth, and watch how your relationships with Sigma females and others transform as a result.